Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Unicorn Overlord. Let me see where I was again. Ah, right, okay. In the last episode, we were about to do the mission Uprooting the Rock Rats. I think before I do that, though, I believe... Well, I won't be able to do that one just yet. Yeah, I still have this Sigils trial. And if I remember correctly, I have some underleveled units. Let's see, one there. I think I just have one. Nope. Okay, there we are. I have 2 units that are just level 3, and I have an entire unit that's at level 6 or lower. So I'm going to be spending some time getting these units up to par. Now, one thing to note when it comes to a lot of these missions, you can in fact be over-leveled without being at Joseph's level of over-leveled. I believe it is 3 or 4, I want to say 3 levels above the level, the requirement level. And while I could do that with every single one of these units, because let's face it, I've got a level 10 here in Clive that I could do. But he's already over-leveled by 4, so he wouldn't be getting anything. And even if that was the case, Alan probably wouldn't be getting too much in the way of experience, leaving Berengaria and Yana. And then we just have Joseph's unit. Joseph will not be getting experience for proper experience for quite a while. As much as I don't want to say that, he is essentially your... If I'm going to use Fire Emblem terms, he is your Jagan, he is your Seth, he is your Titania. He is essentially your veteran warrior, and he's going to be that way for a while. So I'm just going to start off with oh my god. I started doing another playthrough as like a bit of a practice file. I forgot how ass this is about to become.
Let's get this over with.
Also, I'm using I switched over to the English, and I probably shouldn't. So let me just, real quick, can I? No, probably not. I'm probably gonna have to wait. Oh, no, there we are. There we go. Oh, I forgot I had that on English. All right, and last but not least, there we go. That feels better. Morden, I want you to take that out so Ock can get some range increase. Yeah, it's not needed. I'm not gonna waste stamina. There we go. Now Ock can go there. I'm gonna have to take that down at some point. Rolf. Nope. Yeah, I kind of figured. I do not have a healer, do I? I do not have a healing unit on... Oh, no, my healer is there. She's with Morden. Okay, well, that stands to reason. That's fine. No, I don't have enough. I'm missing one. I kind of want you to head towards that way. Again, not needed. Alright, Travis is level 9. I might as well, because that was not going to be a kill. Okay, yeah, it's 3. Meaning 2 units in Elaine's, because I fucked up on his pronunciation. It's Elaine. Elaine and Clive were not going to get any experience. Half an entire team. There's no sense in it. There's no sense in that happening unless I wanted to rearrange entire parties. Which I'm not want to do. Not bad, Sharon. Not bad. Yeah, I kind of figured this was going to occur. He's only going to take 6 damage. Meanwhile, everyone and their brother is going to just lose. I could do something about this, but... The thing to note about towers is if you have someone there, and you've probably noticed it a few times, but anyone on a tower doesn't lose stamina when they assist. And I actually like that mechanic. Nice. Very nice. But I'm just gonna rest. Uh-oh, that's not great. Doesn't matter anyway, because this guy is screwed. Alright, well, it's not bad. It's not bad. And that is going to linger, so I'm going to need to get him garrisoned. Alright, there we go. I have enough for another unit. Again, half the team. I may end up having to bite the bullet at some point. Hodrick and Sylvia? No. Nah. I'm just gonna use this as a training session. And I need to get this done anyway. A heal for 1. Okay. That's still a win. Now, since Ock isn't gonna get any experience, I need him to move. And I'm gonna use the light feather to speed up the process. Because he needs to be a support unit. Ah, shit. Well, he didn't get as much experience, if any at all. But there are ways to go around that. These treaties. I love using the treatise. This also means that I'm probably going to end up having to do a bit of grinding. Alright, 34 honor. Okay. A lapis pendant, a duo vitality, and 3 more novice treatise. And 20 renown. Fascinating. We've earned a reward for our first success in the Sigil's trial. Though, given everything we know about them, I should hardly be surprised at this point. Wow, I missed an entire word there. In any case, there are still more sigils elsewhere in Fevrith. Let's be off. Yeah, this is the first one out of, like, many. Let's see. What can I do anything now? No, I'm not hiring anyone. I don't need to hire any more people. I need to improve you. You're gonna be seeing this one at 200 as well as this one for quite a while. If I remember correctly, I should be able to, yep. There. Can I... Do I have anyone else? I have you. Alright, well, I'm gonna reposition you guys in the back. I might as well. I don't like Bruno. I don't. Let me see, where is details? Well, you see that high HP? Okay. Now, do you see the physical defense and the magic defense stats? This is why I don't like Bruno. I do not like him at all. He is essentially an HP tank, but he does a piss poor job at it. The only reason he'll stay around for a while is because of the fact that, well, he has a skill that allows him to heal. These two I really don't need after a certain point, and I'll probably end up... Oh, it's Sylvie. Wow. I botched that. But, God, he is so bad. If I remember correctly... I wonder... Oh, also, these treasure maps. I may end up showing these later, but you're going to want to remember them. Fire Cure. Heal 10% HP when using an active skill. I wouldn't be as critical of Bruno if he had at least a semblance of stat growth in HP, in defense, both physical and magical. Both physical attack skills that to hit an entire enemy row. High HP makes them pair well with clerics. Their physical and magic defense are both quite low. That is an understatement. Look at this. An F on physical defense, an E on magic defense, but those are still very low on likelihood. His S is HP with a B in physical attack. This is bad. There is an item in the game that allows you to change this, and I will be using it on him. I swear. Ugh, I hate it. But anyway, we got those treatise. I need to... Yeah, we got 10 of them. We got a miracle fruit. We also have a Dew of Protection, which I'm putting right on him, as well as the Dew of Warding. The Dew of Knowledge is for magic attack, and honestly, considering what Yana does, and as well as 2 other characters that I'm going to be getting much later in the game, well, I'd probably say more towards the middle of the game, mid-game. A high magic attack stat is not a bad thing. I'm going to put this on Ock, though. Target HP... Who has... Well, Travis technically has low HP, but he's a thief. He's got high evasion. I think, though, just to be safe, I'm going to put it on him. Now, these treatise. 50 experience for the novice. 150 if they're under level 10. In the case of Travis, I'm not going to do it that way. I am going to give it to Elaine. That is just terrible. But he gets a new skill at level 10, the Cavalry Slayer. This allows him to do more damage, as well as gets rid of both active and passive points reduced, as well as Guard Seal, if the target is a cavalry unit. That is actually fantastic, because you will end up going up against a bunch of cavalry units. Let's see. 2 on Sharon. Yana gets 1. I've got 6 left. I've got like 3 units here that I'm not going to need for a while. After they start losing their usefulness. Let's see. Probably Berenice gets 3. So she's level 9. Oh, I can't wait to get you back. In fact, there's a couple of characters, as well as Scarlet. We will get her back. She's going to be very low level, mind you. And that's where the training montages are going to be. If I ever decide to. Let's see. I might as well dump them somewhere. Yeah, Ak. It's not bad. Now, as for the Miracle Fruit, it is 1 full level up. I could use it on Joseph, but that would be a waste. Instead, I am going to put this on Chloe. Look at that level up. That is nice. She gets the Javelin skill, which is good against flying targets. Oh, right. We also have these. And the Concealing Cloak. I don't care about using the Concealing Cloak. It's practically useless. The Holy Herb is nice. Barsight Crystals are going to be a godsend much later in the game. And you'll understand why once we get to that point. As for the barricades, they're good in a pinch. But they don't work on flying units, is the thing. Anyway, I'm going to go into uprooting the rock rats, because we will get a new unit here. Barely old enough to drink. They do have some legitimate adults there, buddy. Although I will agree, there are some people there that are just not old enough to drink flat out. Mm-hmm. Spoiled striplings playing knight. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I have to say this. You're about to get steamrolled, hun. And yes, she is a warrior, and the fact that she has such a small frame and is wielding something that heavy, it says a lot about their physical strength. Thieves, not common thugs. Oh, also in my practice file, I did an alternate route. I didn't realize that the choices I made were going to actually affect who I get. So when the time comes, I will point out what happens. Good on you. It shouldn't matter whether you're noble or common. All that matters should be your combat capability, and Nina has it. However, our goal in this battle is the capture of the bandit stronghold Fort Zelkova. However, it would seem you've been made aware of our approach and stationed a vanguard to intercept us in a nearby town. A word before we depart, Your Highness. If you come across a woman named Nina amongst their ranks, I ask you let me speak with her. She's my sister. Yes. Millie is only temporary. That explains why you're searching for her. We would be glad to assist Millie. Or Millet, I'm not sure. Oh, excuse me. All right. So, how the barricades work? You've seen it before. They block attacks. Here's the thing. Warriors can break gates and barricades more easily. And I'll show what that means. Because I'm actually going to have Nina heading towards this guy. Meanwhile, I'm going to have Ox serve as reinforcement for her. As much as I don't want to do this. This field of barricades will be quite a challenge to traverse. While I'm here, I can handle them, Your Highness. A barricade's durability can be reduced through the use of offensive valor skills. Try using Millie's heavy swing. That's another thing. I could bring out my other units, or I could spend a valor point and flat out destroy barricades in a single swing. If you intend on using warriors, and I highly suggest you do, and you have a bunch of barricades, keep at least one valor point for them for that. Or conversely, you could wait until you gathered up more. Let's see. I'm actually gonna have you. I'm not gonna have you go that way. I'm actually gonna cancel the movement. Let Nina and Ock get there sooner. There we go. 49 to 11. That is. Yeah, no, that's actually going to be the way I go. Because I'm just gonna do this because everyone's gonna get experience. Or it should, anyway. Now. That is going to hurt. Yeah, it's gonna have to. Yeah, I kind of figured. Alright, where is she? There she is. This is one of the reasons why I highly suggest you buy items at shops. Because you're going to go through a lot of them. And also the Hallowed Cornash. Save those. Save them. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you don't want to waste them. Because, let's face it, you can buy an infinite number of them at this point. If you've gone the same path as I have. Let's see. I'm actually going to have Morden go this way, and I'm going to have Rolf follow. There we go. Yeah, I had a feeling. Oh god, that really hurt. 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 Shoot. It's gonna have to be Nina because she's gonna be on the front lines. But Ock right now. There we go. Alright, there we go. 44 to 1. Yeah. I had a feeling. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. shoot.
まずいんじゃねえか。後方支援は任せろ。
26 to 20. I'd rather do that.
限界か。お呼びですか。
There we go. Come on.
かかってきね。
3? Ah, that explains it.
どんなもんだ。
Alright. Now that Morden has done his job up there, I'm gonna actually have him grab that item,
お宝じゃねえか。
which is a hallowed corn ash.
標的は誰だ。到着だ。おいよ。
I'm gonna have him head this way, actually. Because...
出番ですか？出発です。
いいよ。命令、僕もそれがいいと思う。
There we go.
そうじゃない？
And a conveyance stone.
灰になっても知らないからね。
You know what, Ak? You could probably use it.
この力が明日を積む。
さらに精進します。
Physical attack? Okay, well...
やってやります。そちらですね。
Alright. Nina, well, and Millie, or Millie, I'm still a little concerned on that, are gonna have a little chat.
僕をどう使うの？
No,
作戦時間が残り半分だ。
you're gonna go there. Okay.
かかってきね。
62 and heal for 15. Okay. Nice. Very nice.
見たか。
Now,
お呼びですか。
Rolf
進もう。
can garrison that.
やるか。
Meanwhile, Morden is going to finish this guy off. Oh, but before we do, we're gonna have these two talk. Nina! Is that you, Millie? What are you doing here? Coming to get you back. Mother and father are worried sick about you. The only worry our father has is for his own reputation as Lord. Hold on, she's nobility? Why is she pawing around with a pack of thieves then? That's a complicated question. It all began when she failed in her attempt to achieve knighthood. To be honest, I don't understand how it happened myself. She's always been brilliant, you know. Far more so than I. Yeah, and most orders of knights will take any hands they can get. They must have had a good reason for rejecting her. The next person who speaks of this will have their tongues crushed by my hammer. Looks like she's not too happy with us. I bet fighting is the only way we'll get through to her. Yep,
負けませんよ。
we now have to beat the ever-living tar out of her.
絶対勝ってよ。
I'm actually gonna show this one in full.
姉妹でやり合うのは久々ね。実力で私が劣らないことを証明するわ。こうなったら無理にでも連れ帰るしかなさそうね。この大土食らってみなさい。
That's only gonna work assuming that you don't get destroyed. But... Ooh, guard seal, huh?
これくらい。おう、手応えありです。
We win, but at the cost of losing one person. Although, that does mean that no troops are gonna come out. I should bring Lex. And in fact, I'm gonna do that now. And I'm gonna have him go right to the command post.
寄ってやろうじゃねえか。
Meanwhile, Morden is gonna hold off these guys.
よし、やったな。
制圧できた。
Alright, Hawk is in position.
ぶっ飛ばしてやります。
Yeah, it's gonna be both rounds. The heart does ache. Yeah. Sad that it was gonna be this way, but
よし、いい調子です。
it needed to occur.
どんなもんですか。
We get the counter belt, which gives the counter passive. hence the name.
お願いだから家に戻ってきて。
Yeah, go home.
騎士になれない娘がいたって家の対面を汚すだけ。父さんはそう言うでしょ。
対面も騎士も関係ない。彼女にとって君は大切な姉だ。
Honor and knighthood have nothing to do with love. And they shouldn't. Anyone who would claim otherwise is an idiot.
だからわざわざここまで来たんだろう。一度家に戻った方がいい。
Yeah. Exactly.
余計なお世話です。このサラサラ髪の坊ちゃん騎士。
I wonder what the choice is if I tell her.
あなたに落ちこぼれの気持ちがわかるわけがあります。卵料理に殻が入ってしまう呪いに。
Tiny bits of eggshell in all your omelets for the rest of your life. Oh, this woman. She could be a candidate for marriage for Elaine, but I might have someone else in mind. So much for convincing her. It's something. No matter how hot her blood boils, that's as harsh as her tongue can get. She truly is proper to a fault. Long were the days she'd wax poetic about the virtues of knighthood in her dream of becoming a shield to the weak. No, you're right, Chloe. That's not exactly a temperament suited for banditry. Unless you were an honorable bandit. And in video game history, we've had honorable bandits before. Now, since that's over and done with, I'm going to have Melee go right there. Yeah, it's a risk, but considering Rolf is still that far out. Look, Your Majesty, that campsite should be a good place to rest for a moment and replenish our energy. As they say, you can't wage a war on an empty stomach. Let's make use of it while we still can. You can order units to camp at any campsite on a battle stage. Camping restores the HP and stamina of all allied units in the area and revives any incapacitated members of those units. However, a given campsite can only be used once per stage. Once you use it, it's gone. You gotta make sure that if you use it, it's to the biggest extent that you can. Multiple units in the field. Right now, while I could do that, you folks from the Liberation I've been hearing so much about, here, take this. A healing font. I'm just gonna have her stay right there. As for you, I'm gonna use this. Yeah, it's gonna be the silver hourglass that I use, because he was about to get destroyed. And since these are all just common soldiers anyway, I'm just gonna skip it. Level 9. Ooh. That's not bad. He's got some physical defense out of it, which is always nice. Warriors don't typically get a whole lot in the way of defense. Actually, no. I noticed a treasure there. Lex, what are you doing? Good lord, man. 36 to 25. Yeah, that was gonna happen. Maybe a win, but they still lost some. A light tail feather. Light tail feather is different from the other tail feather that I used earlier, in that it's all allied units within a specific range. Meaning this range. I'm not using this right now. Ooh. Good job, Lex. Bye! Yeah, see, Chloe is over-leveled right now. She's at level 10. She's not going to get any more experience. However, I'm actually going to have him stop at the camp. This is going to help Melee, because she's going to need it. Especially since she's actually going to be the one to end this. Ak is going to follow. Nope, nope. I want him to follow. In fact, I'm going to have Lex right there just in case. Alright. Melee versus this knight. Nope, not anymore. Oh. Long thrust, smash. The heavy smash. Look at that. Melee. Not exactly the overeager kids I thought they were. Nope. And the warding slash with a physical defense up. Ooh, first aid, huh? And parting blow. Ugh, not great. I should use a healing bond. I don't have any healing potions right now, so gonna have to be this way. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Now. Wow, really? Ak, you're being useless. That won't be the case as things go. Too bad you don't matter. You kind of do. I'm gonna try an experiment. And I'm hoping. Don't stand much chance against knights like you. All units, retreat! You know, for someone in heavy armor, you run pretty fast. That's far faster than I would have expected a man his size to run. Exactly, Elaine. Exactly. Okay. Now, depending on what happens, I think the cutscene happens before the save option. It should, anyway. Oh, 15. Nice. Yeah. Okay.
よし、全員うまく逃げられたな。はい、追っても巻きました。
うちの連中、逃げ足だけは一級品ですからね。
団長、申し訳ありません。大口を叩いてあの低たらく。目白だった砦も奪われてしまって。
気にすることはない。もともと俺たちは放浪の盗賊団だからな。
Yeah. Here's gonna be the kicker for her.
だがニーナ、お前はクビだ。
Yeah. Also, isn't I'm sorry. It's simply or kind of like the Japanese word nani, meaning what. That's the localization issues that a lot of us have. That isn't even close.
お前には言ってなかったが、岩ネズミ団は家族のない者の集まりだ。
私は
お前の部下から聞いた。妹が家族がいるんだろう。
いえ、私はもう家を捨てました。家族など。
They never did such thing, hun.
後悔するぞ。墓石と仲直りなどできんだろう。
And you never know when death is gonna come knocking. Always try and make peace. Live without regret.
いいから戻って妹と会ってやれ。
お前の今までの取り分はそのまま持って行っていいからな。それにお前には盗賊は無理だ。俺たちみたく悪に染まる前に足を洗え。
That's a nice analogy there.
団長、副長。
Again. Oh, God. Option. No, that's not gonna work. Damn. Okay, well.
盗賊団は敗走させたがニーナを説得はできずか。
殿下、ありがとうございました。私はまた姉を探しに行きます。
Won't need to go very far.
ミレイ、私の負けだったわね。姉さん、家に戻ってきて。父さんも母さんも心配しているわ。戻るつもりはないの。今はって。
What does she mean? Well,
解放軍に入ってゼノイラ軍と戦うから。
yeah. This is her new intent to join the liberation.
対面を気にしていたのは私の方。困っている人を助け守りたい。それには資格なんて必要ないのに。
No man or woman needs a title to stand in defense of another. It's never been the case.
姉さん。
Remember, in our society, we have a phrase, not all heroes wear capes. Honestly, it should be no hero wears capes. At least not to become one.
騎士でなくとも人助けはできる。私はそのために戦いたいんです。
でも解放軍の戦いはきついぜ。
It truly is.
アレインの指揮で勝ててるようなもんだ。
戦力差ではいつも不利だもんね。でも戦える人は一人でも欲しいよ。覚悟はしています。アレイン殿下、私を解放軍に入れてくださいますか。
ニーナ、
I want to refuse just to find out, but since this is going to be a save after the cutscene, I'm just not going to do it. And I'll probably do another scenario off screen and find out what happens.
困っている人を助け守りたい。その気持ちは俺も同じだ。
And I'll let you know.
ニーナ、
Till then,
共に戦おう。
we have a new party member with Nina.
皆さん、一生懸命働くのでよろしくお願いします。やった、よろしくね、ニーナ。
And honestly speaking, Nina for a warrior is actually pretty good.
姉さん、わかりました。家には私が伝えておきます。ミレイ、ありがとう。父さん母さんによろしくね。
And you'll see what I mean when I actually give you her rundown for stats. For now, yeah. I erased the level 30 something. It's not going to be long before I get back to that point anyway. But I'll probably be more prepared. There's the Recruit's Hand Axe, Barricade Kit, and the Thieves Banner. Now. Thank you for everything, Your Highness. I can finally return home in peace. Please just watch after Nina for me. Yeah. May our partnership be a fruitful one. I kinda want to make Nina the wife, but I know that's probably not going to work out all that well. Now, I am removing you. And I am getting Nina. Now, why do I want Nina? Her HP isn't too bad. It's an average. Same with the magic defense. Her magic attack is going to be abysmal, and it's going to be abysmal for a while. Same with her crit rate. But it's her physical attack, her physical defense, her guard rate, and her initiative. That's what I like about her. Not only that, there's also the growth types. She's got keen and all-rounder. You can technically change this. I don't intend to because I've never had a problem with her. And I mean, I've never had a problem with her. Anyway, moving on. I believe now we should be just about ready. As soon as I get over here and explore. Yep, there's that divine shard. And I knew that was here. How many of those do I have? Oh, I need to not do that. Divine shards. I've got 4. Do I do it? Nah, I think, well, I was right when it comes to recruiting Oculus, but it's gonna be a fair bit. I kind of want to save up for that Carnelian pendant, but I know it's not gonna work. So I think for now, I'm going to get a Templar's axe. And let's see, where is she? There she is. And I just put her there, so I should have known. I'm going to optimize, which should put her, yep, it's going to put her on the Templar's axe, the Lapis pendant, and the Quenching amulet. And probably only because I really don't have much of anything else other than this leaf brooch, which honestly I'm surprised they didn't give that, because the leaf brooch heals for 10% of your max HP. She's going to be healing for 3 HP every time she hits, and if you do it right, she'll hit like a truck or a freight train, depending on what you want out of her. As soon as I get more divine shards, I'm actually going to invest some physical attack into her. Because like I said, she's actually pretty good. Oh, and I believe, yes, I have enough Corvia herbs to actually get this. Which means I can actually put some people on. Station a guard. Who do I not have stationed? Okay, so let's do... Where? Rolf. Ah, there's Calvin. Calvin's gonna go there. If at any point you start struggling on getting people stationed to get all this stuff for you, just like spend some honor and get some extras. Elaine and Clive, no. Anyway, let's see. This down here, do I have? I do. Good. There we go, that's more honor. That's more renown. Station someone else, and it's going to be Victoria. Next should be this town up here. In fact, there's a couple of towns up here that I need to take care of. I won't be able to get the Maker Scrap one just yet, I don't think. No, doesn't look that way. Alright. I may have to hold off on that one until I get more meager scrap. Which shouldn't be too much longer, because the next battle... In fact, how much longer do I have? Ooh. Alright. I can do this one, and then I can do another post. And then I'm going to end things off for this episode. I'm surprised I spent so much time exploring, and it wastes so much of my time. But anyway... Station a guard. It's going to be... I'm going to have Travis. It doesn't really matter. You can probably just go down the line. But I like choosing. No. Go away. Go away. Get out of here. Anyway. That's going to do it for today, for now. Next time on Unicorn Overlord, we are going to go into into a battle where we actually get a full unit of 3 people. We already met them before. They're remnants of the Knights of the Rose. But until then, this is Shadow Zotai, signing off, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.